After a somewhat lackluster performance against William Scull, Canelo Alvarez's focus has firmly shifted to his upcoming fight with Terence Crawford, set for September in Las Vegas. This is a highly anticipated showdown that has garnered a lot of attention, especially considering the circumstances surrounding Canelo's previous match. His last outing didn't quite live up to the expectations, leaving many to question whether Canelo is still at the top of his game. However, this upcoming fight with Crawford represents a chance for redemption, a chance to prove he still belongs among the elite in boxing. The build-up to the fight has already been full of buzz, with fans eagerly speculating on the outcome. It's clear that Canelo has a lot riding on this match, and the pressure to deliver a stellar performance will be immense. The expectations are sky high, and Canelo knows this is his opportunity to reassert his dominance in the sport. But while this fight is front and center in his mind, it's not the only future bout that's been getting attention. Interestingly, in the midst of preparing for Crawford, Canelo has also shown interest in fighting in the United Kingdom. Just a few months ago, he was in the UK for an event hosted by The Ring, an organization with deep ties to Turki Al-Sheikh, the influential Arab sheikh who has been financially backing Canelo for this year and next. The fact that Canelo is eyeing the UK for a potential fight is telling. It's not just about making more money or taking advantage of a market, it's about expanding his reach and proving his international appeal. The UK has long been a hotbed for boxing, with a rich history of big fights, and Canelo clearly sees the opportunity to capitalize on that legacy. But while Canelo is looking ahead to his fight with Crawford, there's another potential opponent out there who has been making noise in the boxing world, and he's been stirring things up with talk of a showdown with Canelo. That opponent is none other than Eubank Jr., the current IBO middleweight champion from the UK. Eubank has been vocal about his desire to face Canelo, and he recently made it clear that the fight has been on his radar for quite some time. During an appearance on the Diary of a CEO podcast, Eubank laid out his ideal future plans, mentioning Canelo as one of his top targets. Eubank, who is 35-3 with a solid track record of victories, including a unanimous decision win over Conor Ben, sees the fight with Canelo as a major career move. In fact, he's so confident about the fight's potential that he's already making plans for it, despite the fact that Canelo's focus is on Crawford for the time being. For Eubank, taking on Canelo would be a dream come true, a chance to prove himself against one of the best in the sport. He's been eyeing this matchup for years, and now, with his career continuing to gain momentum, he feels like the time is right to make it happen. Eubank has been circling the idea of a fight with Canelo for years, but it seems like the stars might finally be aligning for such a showdown. Eubank's ambitions don't stop with Canelo, however. After a potential fight with the Mexican legend, he's also looking to take on another familiar name in Billy Joe Saunders, who famously handed Eubank his first career loss back in 2014. Saunders, who has been inactive in recent years, would be the ideal opponent for Eubank to face if he's able to get past Canelo first. A fight with Saunders would not only give Eubank the chance to avenge that loss, but also put him in position to become an even bigger name in the boxing world. Saunders, for his part, has been quiet in the ring since his loss to Canelo in 2021, but a potential rematch with Eubank could reignite some of that old rivalry and bring a new level of excitement to the division. While these plans sound enticing, there's a major caveat that looms over any potential Canelo-Eubank matchup: Canelo's upcoming fight with Crawford. Before any talks about Eubank or Saunders can move forward, Canelo must first deal with the formidable Terence Crawford, who is widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. This isn't a fight that Canelo can afford to overlook, and if he doesn't come out on top, the prospects of a future showdown with Eubank might be put on hold indefinitely. Still, the fact that both fighters are talking about each other publicly, with Eubank making his intentions clear, only adds to the intrigue surrounding what could be one of the biggest boxing matches of the next few years. For now, Canelo's primary focus is on his September fight with Crawford, and Eubank is still looking to take care of business with Conor Ben. But as the boxing world turns its attention to the upcoming showdown, fans are already beginning to wonder what might come next. Could a Canelo-Eubank fight really happen? And if it does, what kind of fireworks would they bring to the ring? Only time will tell, but the potential for one of the sport's most electrifying matchups is certainly there. Both fighters have a lot to prove, and the drama surrounding their rivalry could make for one unforgettable battle in the ring. But for now, the focus is on what's coming up in the immediate future, with both Canelo and Eubank gearing up for what promises to be an exciting series of events. With all the talk about Eubank's future plans, there's no doubt that Canelo's fight with Crawford will be the one to watch in the coming months. Crawford has been a dominant force in boxing, and many consider him one of the most technically skilled fighters of his generation. For Canelo, defeating Crawford would solidify his legacy even further and quiet any doubters about his place in the sport. This is the kind of challenge that can define careers, and both fighters are expected to bring everything they've got to the ring. The anticipation surrounding this matchup is building, and with each passing day, more fans are getting excited to see how it will unfold. But Eubank, who has been looking to fight the best in the sport, has made it clear that he won't settle for anything less than a showdown with Canelo. He's expressed his confidence in his abilities, and while some may doubt whether he can truly hang with Canelo, he believes this is the fight that could make him a household name. Eubank's bold statements and relentless pursuit of big names like Canelo have earned him a reputation as a fighter who's willing to go after what he wants. If he does get that opportunity, it will likely be a massive event for the boxing world, drawing attention from fans around the globe. Canelo's path to facing Eubank could take a few twists and turns, though. If Canelo defeats Crawford, it would open the door for a future fight with Eubank. But there's still the matter of whether the two sides can come to an agreement. Eubank has made his intentions clear, but that doesn't mean it will be an easy road to making the fight happen. There are plenty of obstacles in the way, including Eubank's own ambitions and the demands that Canelo will surely have when it comes to financial terms. Despite that, both men are chasing glory in the ring, and fans are eager to see how it all unfolds. For now, we'll have to focus on the near future, as Canelo prepares for one of the biggest fights of his career against Crawford. This fight will define whether Canelo can continue to reign as one of the sport's top figures. Meanwhile, Eubank's quest for a fight with Canelo will only intensify if he can get past his next challenge. Whether or not this fight happens remains to be seen, but with both fighters on a collision course, it's a match that could be one for the history